Hello again guys, it's Obidocha here, back with another what if video. So guys, this is one of my new what ifs. I took it from Anime King, like one of the ideas I was also discussing with AD on how the script and everything. So you may go and check out his channel. I'm gonna put his link in the description. AD, the guy does pretty good videos guys, so you must go and check out his content too. I also got my idea to start my own YouTube channel from him. So yeah guys, just go and subscribe to his channel and everything. So let's get straight into the video. So this is what if Naruto was trained by Kaguya. So we're gonna start the video at the Sasuke retrieval arc. So as Naruto, is rushing at Sasuke, is still on the Hokage monument. It's like Sasuke rushing at Naruto as they begin to go into Taijutsu battle. Sasuke hasn't activated his curse mark 2 yet, but they're still fighting. So Naruto sees that at this point he will lose as he starts to activate a bit of the cubic chakra, not a lot, but a bit. So as he now slowly begins to overpower Sasuke. Sasuke immediately, activates his 3 Tomoe Sharingan. It hasn't evolved yet. He activates his 3 Tomoe Sharingan. As he then activates his curse mark 2 stage, as he looks like that ugly bad thing. So as they continue fighting, Naruto is going to the losing side as Naruto continues to battle his hardest, exhibiting some of the techniques he has never used. So as Naruto continues to fight Sasuke, he begins to feel the strain of using the Ninetales chakra. So Sasuke sees this as an opportunity to to get rid of Naruto once and for all. As he then surges out with Chidori in his hand and he goes and slams it through Naruto's chest. Naruto, who is gasping for air and is shocked that Sasuke stuck a Chidori through his chest, the one he thought as a friend. So Naruto then matters to ask the question, Sasuke, why? You Sasuke then responds, "You are a hindrance to me, Naruto. You're nothing but a good for nothing demon. I finally killed you and there's nothing you can do about it. So just die peacefully and let me gain the power I need from Orochimaru." So Naruto doesn't see that Sasuke was crying, but Sasuke, his eyes evolve into the Mangekyou. So the Nine Tails, which is inside Naruto's seal, is should I just let this kid die or should I let him live? So the Nine Tails, then starts trying to pump its chakra into Naruto's system as the chakra heads straight for his heart in an attempt to rebuild his heart. But the Nine Tails then sees the only option is to move the seal to Naruto's chest where his heart is. As it then migrates its chakra to that side of the seal to his heart. So the seal in Naruto's stomach immediately vanishes as the Nine Tails existence deepens as the Nine Tails goes into a deep sleep of trying to repair Naruto's heart. So immediately Kakashi then arrives as he then sees Sasuke stab Naruto through the chest as he gasps in shock. As he then tries to rush at Sasuke, but Sasuke is then swallowed up by a large snake, and Orochimaru is on the top of the snake as he then finishes with the snake, taking Sasuke away. So Kakashi then takes up Naruto's body as he sees the body is still warm but lifeless. So he then runs to the Hidden Leaf Village without exceeding speeds that he has never run before, as he's heading for the Hidden Leaf Village. So Kakashi then bursts through the window, not even caring about going through the door as he bursts through the window. Tsunade is shocked by this action, but he sees Kakashi is carrying Naruto. So as Tsunade then rushes to Naruto, she then begins to do some of the medical ninjutsu that she has on hand, the 100 healings technique. She then summons Katsuya, and Katsuya then attempts to heal Naruto. But all those attempts are failures. Naruto's body slowly turns cold and lifeless. Tsunade gasps in shock as she then asks Kakashi, "Who did this?" Kakashi then said out as Sasuke Uchiha. So immediately Tsunade then calls his unit to update the bingo book as Sasuke is now named in S as he is named a C rank, missing in the bingo book, as well as the bounty on him is around 100,000 Ryu, I think. So with Tsunade is currently solving at this, as you know. He doesn't really know what to do. Is like Jiraiya is gonna be visiting in a few hours to check on Naruto. Is Jiraiya like wanted to take Naruto on a training trip. So time skip after around 4 hours. Jiraiya then arrives in the Eden Leaf village. As he then goes to Tsunade's office, is Jiraiya then goes to Tsunade's office and says, "Oh, hello Tsunade." But then Jiraiya suddenly notices like the tears which are in Tsunade's eyes. So Tsunade then rushes to Jiraiya and she then hugs him. Jiraiya is shocked by this action, but he then like absorbs in the hug as he then hugs Tsunade back. As Tsunade manages to start out, Naruto. As Jiraiya starts to panic, what happened? Did the seal break? What happened, Tsunade? As Tsunade then, tells Jiraiya that Naruto is dead. Jiraiya gasps in shock at this as he has lost another student. Jiraiya, starts tearing up as he asks who did it. As Tsunade then tells Jiraiya that it was Sasuke Uchiha. Kakashi was also there. Jiraiya then turns to Kakashi. It's your fault. You're the one who taught him that aiding killing jutsu. Kakashi, knowing that it's practically his fault, says nothing about it. But later that day, Tsunade then announces to the Leaf village that, Naruto is dead and she also announces Naruto's heritage to the Hidden Leaf village. All the Hidden Leaf villagers feel terrible at this point that, they just killed the savior's son. So they no, she not just not announce Naruto's heritage, as she just to keep it a secret. There's no point anymore. So Tsunade then takes Jiraiya to the morgue as Jiraiya then examines Naruto's body. As he like pumps chakra and places his hand on Naruto's stomach, he then sees that seal is no longer there. He unfortunately does not check Naruto's chest, but he just, the chest area where his heart is, but he doesn't check, he just checks the stomach. So Jiraiya then tries to sense if the Ninetales is still there, but he finds nothing as the Ninetales is no longer available. So Jiraiya, then gives up all hope as he then says, he's dead. I failed. I might have not been the best godfather, but I wanted to train the kid, at least atone for some of the sins I did, but I failed. Jiraiya at this point is angry at himself as time skip 3 days later as the funeral is being held for Naruto. So as Tsunade wants to bury Naruto in the Shinobi area, he like saves the Hidden Leaf village. But after the burial, some people from the village go to Naruto's grave. They dig it up and then go and bury. They don't even go and bury him. They just dig up his coffin and then they go put it outside the village. Tsunade was angered at this option, then decides to take Naruto's coffin and she goes and buries it in secret in a place which is unknown, which is not in the village. So currently with Naruto is in a dark void as he doesn't really know what's going on. As he looks around and says, "Hello, is anybody there?" So this void is the place where you're in a life and death situation. So Naruto then begins to walk around as the door appears in front of him. So this door has the kanji for 10, but Naruto then opens the door as he walks inside. As Naruto walks inside, he sees a woman who has bunny-like ears and her skin is white. And she has a slit on her forehead, which is an eye, which is 9 more and looks like a Sharingan. So Naruto then walks in as this woman is shocked to see that there is a visitor. She then asks Naruto who he is, as Naruto then explains, "Oh, I am Naruto Uzumaki." As this woman is Kaguya. So Kaguya practically grins at this as she sees that Naruto is here. She has spent a long time in isolation. So it's over maybe 100 years or a century years, Kaguya has just been sealed and the Shinobi Order is going on. So Kaguya has been seeing how the world has been going on and she really does not like how the Shinobi system is as she wants to change it. But she can't since she's sealed away, so she's just waiting for Black Setsu to do the plan. So Kaguya then walks up to Naruto. She places her hand over Naruto's head as she begins to see Naruto's memories. So she begins to read Naruto's memory. She's then shocked to the brim with the information which is coming out of Naruto's mind, as she like sees how Naruto has been treated by people and everything. So as Naruto is shocked by the action of what Kaguya is doing, then asks what Kaguya is doing, but Kaguya remains silent, reading Naruto's memories. So Kaguya then releases her hand from Naruto's head as she then looks down at Naruto and she says, "So you are Naruto Uzumaki, but why do you continuously love a person who hates you?" So Naruto then explains that, like, he tries to do a talk ninjutsu on Kaguya, but which fails, as Kaguya doesn't take that shit. She like sees the facade Naruto is putting on. So Kaguya then frankly tells Naruto to drop his mask. Naruto then asks what mask, and then Kaguya says, "Drop the emotional mask that you have." Naruto then sighs as he drops his emotional mask as his like face turns cold, and he starts talking like an advanced person. Naruto then asks Kaguya, "How did you know of my mask?" And then Kaguya then says, "I've read through your memories and I know everything you've suffered, but you continuously put on the facade of acting like a stupid person, but while you're actually a genius, a world-renowned person." So Naruto then explains, like, yes, he does put on emotional masks, but he doesn't really know how to exact his revenge out. Is he like doesn't have the proper training and everything? So Kaguya, so an idea then pops up in Kaguya's head as she then thinks of Naruto. So she practically thinks of how Naruto has had this harsh life, and then she compares it to hers getting sewed up by her children. So practically Kaguya then develops like a warm feeling towards Naruto, which guys are quite guessing. Yes, Kaguya is gonna be the ship with Naruto. There's not gonna be no Hinata shit in this. Cause like I do really like the canon one. You can say whatever you want, but I didn't like the Naruto and Hinata ship. I didn't like it. It should have been Naruto and Shion. Suck it up. That's my own opinion. So Naruto then like sees like the glint which is in the sparkling glint which is in Kaguya's eyes. As Naruto then slowly backs away and then he asks Kaguya, "What, is she okay?" It's like a faint little red mark, appears on Kaguya's cheeks, but she then nods and then she says, "Naruto, what if is it possible that I can train you?" Naruto seeing as this in this world and there's no going back, as Kaguya explained to him where he is. So Naruto then immediately agrees for Kaguya to train him. So guys, I'm gonna leave this video. I'm gonna drop another part of this video tomorrow and some of my other what ifs. Thank you for the support and everything. Please continue to watch my videos and subscribe to my channel. Peace out.